That is Pilot Rock. It's August 18th, 2012. We started off on this hike today, hike 27 for me, section 27 of the Pacific Crest Trail, just south of Ashland. That is east of Highway 5. And it's really cool to be out here again. And we have, hopefully, as much as 230 miles. So there are fires ahead. John Hart is behind me. You'll see his smiling face soon. And it's a little warmer, muggy for the first time in years, but started off about 88. It's getting better, winds up, a great trip. Now this is fairly tasty and sweet. And when we get back, we're going to find out what it is. It's not a raspberry, but it's plenty red and it's sweet. Pretty fibrous though, but good. Well, you can barely see Mount Shasta in the haze. Been a lot of fires going on, but you can also see in the foreground that there's a very dark, light area, dry area, and we had wondered last year, I had wondered why the Pacific Crest Trail swung so far out to the west, because essentially, according to what we've learned, this whole area north of Shasta is waterless. So we're back north of it, going east a bit, and then pretty much north all the way to Canada. We're 11 miles into the trail today, and we came to a spring which is just off the trail and very nicely marked by fellow hikers, which we deeply appreciate. John is down there, John Hart, washing his clothes. First wash. I already washed my socks last night. We ran into a hiker today coming south, a southbounder from Manning, that's the border, Canada, and her name was Casper. Very informative, very intelligent, bright, and fetching. The girl next door with a ring through her lip. Well, here comes John Hart across an open field that we see occasionally. I suppose this might be part of a microclimate. We're north of Elk Lake, our third day on the hike, and it's always interesting when you see these open spaces. It's apparently not as a result of lumbering. I don't see any old stumps. There's some trees over there, but from the side of the meadow, or can't even call it a meadow, there must be a name for this. We are now at the Lake of the Woods. This is an alternate route to the east on the PCT to take us back to the Lake of the Woods Resort, where we're going to get some resupply and a nice lunch, and it's a beautiful lake.
Yacinto one time,
At the
they
Lake
just
of the
parked the guy right
Woods
there
Resort,
on the trail,
that
and he
is a
wouldn't even
tri-tip
let me
salad
go across the road.
With
so
deep fried onion
yeah, you'll
rings.
be safe. That part.
Yes, it's a very smoggy, smoky day in Oregon, but that's the Mountain Lakes Wilderness over there, and quite dramatic. One of the first good views we've had on the trail. There's an outcropping of rocks that's in our trail notes. We know exactly where we're at. 3.3 miles to the entrance of a campground where we're spending the night on the Rye Spur Trail. We're at 4 Mile Lake. Look at all those trees there. It's as if there was a big cataclysm and tons of water rushing down. The entire lake is surrounded by wood, lumber. We spent the night here last night. We were on the Rye Spur Trail alternate. We'll be back on the PCT real soon. There's Brown Mountain right there, which we can see regardless of whether we're here or there, right on the PCT, which should be on the other side. We're going to match up with it here in just a minute. No? A couple hours. We're at Heavenly Lakes on the Sky Lakes Trail, an alternative recommended by the authors of the Pacific Crest Trail Handbook is a better way to get around an extremely dry section. We just took a bath, if you could call it a bath. We get in there and we dip ourselves in this total muck and try to get clean. What is today? 22nd of August. We're about to get to the top of Devil's Peak. I'm looking west over Oregon, which is very smoky because of the awful fires here and in Northern California. And this is one of the best vast vistas we've had so far. We just came out of the Sky Lakes wilderness, which was blessed with lakes, but a big ass climb to get the hell out of it. And there's Shasta over there. And it doesn't look like Shasta right now because of the smoke.